So when it comes to hope, I think that's an area spiritually and emotionally where so many of us feel truly fatigued or very depleted, because we've all taken a hit in some form or fashion through this pandemic, be it the loss of a job or changes in friendship or even the death of a loved one. So allowing ourselves to believe things can be different, giving ourselves permission to have hope, really can feel very challenging, but there's a reason to spend the time enjoying that experience and moving into that frame of mind where we can take a deep breath, where we can feel hopeful, because there is renewal, that it's spring and it's a time when we can look around and see life coming into view again. We all need to recognize that and appreciate that. Spring reminds us that it's not just about the grass that grows or the trees that blossom. Spring is about the transformation that happens within each of us too. So nature is a wonderful teacher of a spiritual lesson that we all need right now. Times are hard, but hope is here. Things are difficult, but we can be renewed. Even in the darkest times, the light is still here to shine. So a daily practice where we recognize new life, where we see beyond the clouds into the sun, is really an important experience to help us feel hopeful again. Even if it's a stretch at first, I think the feeling of hope is kind of like a muscle. The more we work it, the more we practice it, the easier it gets, but the more it gives us the strength to navigate the difficult times. So finding a space each day where we recognize renewal, where we allow ourselves to feel hope, where we're willing to accept that things will change, even if we don't see how, even if we don't know when, that seasons change, that life continues. I think that's a very valuable practice in our world right now when it comes to revitalizing ourselves and connecting and embodying that spirit of hope. I think sometimes people have an idea that hope is sort of this hallmark thing that you read about on a card, and it's nice, and then you kind of file it away because who needs that emotional junk? Life is so hard. But I see hope as a spiritual power. I see it as true strength, because hope is courage. It's the willingness to accept that things are not always how they look on the surface, that there is love, that there is a divine plan, that there is something greater underneath what we see. So being willing to practice hope, not from our heads, but from a perspective of our hearts, that we anchor into our lives, is really a powerful experience. It's not something that you just put in a card. It's something that can revitalize us through all the changes and all the challenges in life. So hope isn't just an emotion, it truly is power that we all can access at any time in our lives that we truly need at this point in our world.